everybody else on this red coach, and we ain't feeling so good that, you know, Red Boyz didn't get on the red coach, so we had to come.
You say, well, you know, in Barbados, they call us a red man, right? I'm more moved by melody. He calls himself Shakespeare, right?
Today on the Red Couch, one of the, well, two really, not one, but they're the Red Boyz, one of the legendary producers of music in Barbados and the Caribbean. And I stress, and the Caribbean. So Scott Galt and Mikey Hulsmeyer. So welcome to the Red Couch.
Very nice to be
Capital
here.
Media.
Thank you very much for having us.
So who exactly is Scott? That's the first thing I want to find. I mean, that's a question everybody's going to want to know.
Well,
How would you describe yourself?
first of all, a lot of people see me as a Bajan, but actually I was born in Trinidad. And I came to Barbados at about 9 years old. And my whole, well, upbringing, partially in Trinidad and Barbados, was always around music. So I remember when I was young in Trinidad, my father was friends with a lot of calypsonians, like Bali, Relator, Sparrow, right? And they used to come by the house and we would have jam sessions. And I was always a fly on the wall, but I always had a bottle pick-a-licking, you know, in the corner. Well, the calypsonians and my father was playing the cuatro, which is a 4-string instrument made in Venezuela.
So Mikey, tell me a little bit about your, with a name like Hulsmeyer. I know that I'm Bajan to the core for sure.
No, well, I'm not exactly sure where it all originated, but my dad is from Venezuela. He's Andrew Hulsmeyer, he's a photographer. My mom is very artistic as well. She, paints and draws and is also a member of the Green Room Players. So my dad being a photographer, he used to do a lot of photos for album covers with different bands, mainly the Red Boyz, who morphed into Ivory. My mom used to do a lot of work with them in terms of costuming and makeup. And my cousin Maxie Taylor was a drummer. So, I always wanted to be a drummer from the time I saw Maxie play. I wanted to be Maxie. People wanted to be all different kinds of people that they would see on TV. I just wanted to be Maxie. And that's kind of how I got into music. My great-grandfather was an actor as well. Teddy Foster used to act with Frank Collymore at Empire Theatre. And they had, his kids had a big band called the Kelly Kids. So all my grandfather and his whole family had this big band. There's still actually a photo of it at Maxie's house with the big drum and all the violins and all the different kind of things. Basically, up until working with Ruby in his band, everything for me was reggae. So I was saying that we could do it. We know how to do it. I mean, we used to together. We used to work in everybody's studio. I programming drums or playing drums, Scott playing guitar. Chris Allman, John Roy, everybody, Nicholas. At the time would call on us to do this stuff. But for me, it was never anything that I really wanted to do until we started to play with Ruby. And at that time, Empty to Touch was big. He just got in his Atlantic deal. So you get to see the power of this thing now. And he was bigger in Trinidad probably than here. So when you get to go there now, you see this thing and it's like you get there, you're in it. And basically from there, it's like, wow, this is something that we could do. And then Scott made the suggestion, let me build some tracks. And it was like just when the Ruby band was coming to an end that we started to do some work. Came up with that. Everything just went boom from the first year, and we say it all the time now, Soca chose us, we didn't choose.
We are also talking about a name, you're buying about a name or whatever, and you say, well, in Barbados, they call us a red man, right? When you work, they call you a red man, And you say, well, we were...
As opposed to Mr. Redman.
Yeah.
Right.
Redman.
Redman are even
two
spelled the same
different
thing,
things.
but they're two different things.
Yeah. And, we were saying, well, we're red and we're men, but they already have a group called the Red Men. So we were saying, well, we're younger than them, so maybe we can go as boys and coin the term Red Boyz. But we just decided it was kind of like a fun thing, right? Although we were serious about music, it wasn't like we didn't think anything would come of it. And ironically, the first couple of songs we did were Not Going Home and Woman on My Side.
And we not going home till the morning comes.
Share with me the whole business now. How does that work in terms of your producing and helping to arrange, and what is the process like when people come to you with material?
Well, I mean, first of all, we have to like the song. And it isn't anything against songwriters or whatever, but if we don't like a song, I'm not saying that it's not good, but if we don't like a song, we're not going to put our foot into it, you know? So that is the first requirement that...
That's very subjective though, so how do you,
Yeah.
so how do you decide if you like a song?
Well,
What is it?
what moves us, you know? I listen to more the melodic aspect, and he listens to more the lyrical aspect, because I'm more moved by melody, and he's more, he calls himself Shakespeare, right? So
As modest.
yeah. Obviously, you know, people come from different economic backgrounds, so somebody may not have the amount of money that we charge for a song. So we say, okay, well, all right, but we like the song, let's work this arrangement with you. So in other words, we will say, okay, well, we will take less deposit or whatever, or less for the song or whatever, but we may ask for a couple more things or a hefty percentage on the back end. So at least if something blows up with the song, we stand, yeah, if the song does well, we stand to benefit.
When an artist brings a song to you, is it instantaneous decision, or you mull over it sometimes? Is it something that some songs grow on you?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
A lot of times when it's instant though, you get good results. It happens that way a lot.
And the thing is too is that when you respond to a song and you love it instantly, it tends to be finished fast too. Like you would work on it and within like 2-3 days you're done, because everything flows.
Well, today was really all about you and the amazing music that 30 years from now, people will still be looking back on it and saying, these guys are phenomenal. So, Scott and Mikey, I want to thank you for taking some time out. I know this is a busy season. This is like prime time. So I you didn't get up and walk out of the interview. So we got an appointment.
Well, to be honest, we see everybody else on this red coach, and we ain't feeling so good that Red Boyz didn't get on the red coach, so we had to come.
You saved the best.
We absolutely had to come. And Vic, it really is a pleasure being here and to be interviewed by a legend such as yourself.
The Red Boyz are very special guests today. A little insight into who they are, how they go about making the magic. I'm not sure that I quite found out. I think they held back some of the information about how to make the magic.
The Bush's best way in, right?
Exactly.
I can tell you one secret.
The Red Boyz on the red couch. And I'm glad they didn't wear red today, because they would have blended in with these couches very nicely. For Capital Media HD.